Hey guys, Dr. Morse, injury experts. I've had a lot of people ask about Omarion Hampton. So here's your update. We haven't seen Omarion Hampton in almost 2 months. He started off the season really strong. He was elite. He had explosiveness. Once Najee Harris went down with that Achilles tear, he took over and looked like an elite bell cow. Unfortunately, he injured his left ankle, and I believe it was week 4 or week 5. And unfortunately, we haven't seen him since. Now, the frustrating thing about this is we've never received a true diagnosis. All we said is, hey, left ankle injury. He's in a walking boot. He was in a walking boot, I think, the 24th of October from this tweet, still in a boot. So we knew he wasn't relatively close. And I said, yeah, there's a decent chance he will come back after the bye. They had the bye last week. Makes sense. We see him, as you can see here, on the field today. But is he ready to come back in week 13? Based on this video, I don't think he's quite ready yet. I think he needs a little bit more seasoning. He's not quite as explosive as I would like, and he probably doesn't completely trust that ankle like he should. Kamani Vidal, who went into the bye with a quad injury, should be fine coming out. We haven't seen anything overly concerning. But the good news is that Omarion Hampton is on the field and potentially ready to return in the next 12 days. With that being said, I think it's a little unlikely that he comes back in week 13. I think week 14 is much more likely. And with that being said, I think even when he comes back, I think it will be a split timeshare, probably 60-40, and may eventually turn the other way. 40% Vidal, 60% Hampton once Hampton ramps up. But we know, based on history, that the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers, Greg Roman, loves split backfields. That was the plan going into the season. Unfortunately, Najee Harris tore his Achilles, and they didn't have a choice. Now that Vidal has looked really good over the past 6-8 weeks, whatever it's been, they're going to reintroduce Hampton, but I think they're going to keep him fresh, and I think they're going to use both guys. So I don't expect a bell cow role for Hampton again, unfortunately. I don't think Hampton is similar to Bucky Irving. I don't think either of them will get an elite bell cow role anymore. I think both of them are going to be in a timeshare going forward. I will discuss Bucky Irving in a different video later in the week. But the good news is that Omarion Hampton definitely close to returning. Probably, if I were to guess, it's going to be next week. But there's a possibility he returns this week if they want to be really aggressive. Either way, you're going to be very careful with him in week 13. And a little bit less careful, but still would start him in week 14 more as an RB2 flex than as a smash spot RB1. I'll give you more when we know more.